What's your name?
My name is Ian.
And what have you done to make this holiday a success?
Well, I booked the accommodation in the very centre of Sofia, and God knows why we chose to come to Sofia, but I think because our wives didn't want to come and therefore was okay. Right in the centre, got the flight sorted out, they all went well, and there's a semi-naked man over there.
So have you sorted the whole holiday out?
Yeah, sorted the whole holiday out, yeah. But apart from the stuff we've done.
Does that make you dad?
I'm the first dad. There are two dads. We're a very progressive family.
Excellent. Remember yesterday, Gordon, after all you drank?
Yes.
What happened?
We drank.
Drank what else?
We walked around town.
Yes.
We watched England play rugby.
What was the score?
They won outstandingly well.
Oh, yes.
Who did they beat?
Yes.
Yeah.
They beat them.
And then we went on a brilliant tourism walk.
Was the art gallery the highlight of the day?
No, that wasn't.
What was the highlight?
The seeing you in the buff.
Oh, and? Any comments on that?
Touching your bottom.
Yes. What about the vegan restaurants?
Oh yeah, that was very good as well. That was very good. That was the best meal I've ever eaten.
And what about the second best meal you've ever eaten?
That was last night.
Was that horse?
Yes, it was horse last night.
And then the music bar. Was it called a music bar?
No, hang on. What was what was the main waiter like?
Camp.
Yeah.
Oh, I loved him.
And you've forgotten somebody, haven't you? Malcolm.
Malcolm.
Yes.
Martin. Yeah, what happened with Martin?
Martin, he was our guide and he was excellent.
What was the tour?
Communism.
And why was he broken-hearted?
Because he paid a penny and only farted.
No, come on, why was he broken?
Because why was he broken? No, his girlfriend left him.
Do you think that would be sad?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think it was a device?
No.
No.
That was mean. That was mean of Ian.
Yes.
So the tour focused on Soviet architecture. Look at this magnificent stuff. You look carefully, you can see where all the stars have been stripped away once the revolution was over. And the other thing we were taught about was Bulgarian history. And basically, poor buggers didn't stand a chance. They're caught between the great powers, always siding on the wrong side, always getting beaten up. Everybody bombed them, including Churchill. And at the same time, caught between communism and capitalism. And all I can say is that they're deliriously happy now to be members of the European Union and NATO. And probably the worst story we heard was when there was a march by, all the big cats were inside sheltering from the rain because they knew that Chernobyl had gone off and the rain was radioactive. Did they care about the people? No, they didn't. So they're making a bigger effort with the architecture and the statues to kind of cheer the place up. But you still can't get away from history. There's a little Martin telling us all about the kind of the Berlin Wall and stuff like that. But at the same time, here's a list of all the people that didn't make it through the kind of Soviet years. But for me, the highlight was snuggling up at the end of the day with good old Gordon snoring away he just snores and snores and grunts and snores. Don't know if Jenny puts up with it. Another beautiful day on the Sunday, another bit of a walk around. Strange thing had happened now, though, that Nigel had seized command and was now undisputably #1 dad on account of his marvellous plan of walking up the mountain. Yes, we're going to walk up this really, really big mountain, which to me looked pretty scary. But that was the plan, and off we went. We were really quite happy. We had to change some money and do stuff like that. And this is the door to our kind of flat. You're never going to get in there in a hurry. But off we went, off we go, up the mountain. Yoo-hoo!
Nigel, what the fuck are we doing at the top of this mountain?
Well, Jack,
Yes.
we were down in Sofia and we saw this ruddy grey mountain looming into the sky. And if you see a ruddy great mountain, what do you have to do?
You have to go up there, I think.
You have to go to the top of it, don't you?
And what's the Bayliss
And
method of getting to the top of the
Bayliss
mountain?
method of getting to the top of the mountain is the mountain goat method.
Yes.
Which proved to be very foolproof on today's occasion.
Yes.
Fortunately, Jack was there to rein me back in and say, Nigel, there's a perfectly good chairlift half a mile in the distance on the level to go and fetch. So that's what we did. We went and got a chairlift from the telecabine.
So we're going to go down now, and how do you think we'll spend the rest of the day? Any thoughts?
Drinking, pissing, farting.
All the things we like to do.
And all those other lovely, delicious male activities.
Should I get you in there? How much have you drunk this holiday, Ed?
I've drunk more than Ian and less than you. You've had beer for breakfast, beer for lunch, and beer in the evening. Ian and I are connoisseurs of the grape. We've
Absolutely.
enjoyed Bulgarian was our
It
new.
was a Bulgarian. There was a
Bulgarian,
delicious.
absolutely
Dry, too dry for me.
Delicious, yes. And
What did you have for supper last night?
what did we have for supper? I had ribs, and they were
You
good.
look like a kid,
They were
man.
second best after the vegan meal. We're all going to be vegans now on selective mode.
And Jack, what did we see while we were waiting to go through security at the airport?
We saw
Knee trembler.
a knee trembler. I'm not saying any more than that because I might get in trouble.
Right,
But
okay.
it was, yes, she was lovely. She was lovely. Yes, and then tomorrow, if we're lucky, we're going to go on scooters.
We are going on scooters.
We are going to
definitely.
go on scooters.
I've got
Well,
the
Back
app.
to the vegan restaurant.
Back to the vegan restaurant, because this is our annual trip abroad. These boys aren't let out very often. Their girls flit off all across Europe and the world, and these poor boys are left behind to work. And it's time for a bit of male liberation
Male
and the
liberation.
patriarchy to fight back.
Liberate us
In
from the
communist
matriarchy.
Yes, there we are. Okay,
Well done.
And what do you think of that, Molly?
bye-bye.
So the flight wasn't until the afternoon, so on the Monday, so we had plenty of time to do a bit more sightseeing. But a terrible thing had happened. Nigel had lost his iPhone, and at the same time as losing his iPhone, he had lost his confidence and became a mere shadow of his former self. And this allowed Gordon, yes, Gordon Hood of all people, to spring into action and to put his guide of walking around Sofia, looking at churches that are hundreds and thousands of years old. And at this point, we suddenly realised that Gordon was now in complete command. And it was, it was all pretty good stuff. This is a very old church here, about 300, and here's the kind of tomb of the unknown soldier. And it carried on. They're trying to brighten the place up with their statues. But we liked Sofia. It was a chilled vibe. We had magnificent food. We had good times. We went back to our cafe for some delicious things, and I want to finish off with my 3 friends. No, my 3 dads.